white, Paul's black, this is the time of the Gentiles. He taught me that, Terry Washington. And I still pray for him to be reposed almost every day. So there's this sect within the Catholic Church called the Knights of Malta, and I'm a candidate of them. And we have the Black Madonna icons, and so we believe that Jesus is a black man, and that Peter was a white man, and that some of the disciples were white. And I've used AI to expound upon that now, and from my discovery, the 12 disciples were diverse. That's a fact, period. Jesus is a black man, Peter was a white man, about 3 of them were white, the others were brown, black, period. That's fact. If you study what the Bible says and where they're from. So now, I do have the nerve to try to help y'all convert from your current version to a better version of yourself. Just like Scott Swanson at the military academy, the strength and conditioning coach, the father of Thor Swanson, encouraged me to convert to be a better version of myself. Like my coach at Troy encouraged me, Shaughnessy, to be a better version of myself. He even coached Bill Kazmaier, the strongest man in the world. And just like Junior Hill encouraged people to convert. I finished conversion to the extent I realized I'm not ever done. If I wake up, I got that day to keep the Torah, believe in the pardon. The pardon is a gift. Jesus gives you the pardon and you get baptized. That's really just step one. Or somebody has had you baptized and you believe in the pardon, and then you work yourself through the Catholic Church to get confirmed and receive the Eucharist. If you're receiving the Eucharist from any of the churches or you've been baptized, church teaches you're saved. You keep seeking the light you have, you are saved. But don't let some fake Baptist preacher go tell you that you're not saved because you haven't done it their way. That's fake. That's so fake. They're devoid of the dispensational understanding that the Eucharist, the God particle, is what original Christianity is taught. And they actually get in the way of that. So that's been going on here recently, and I just wanted to share that in my Trucking with Trentissimo show that's there to encourage you to be you, be real. Just roll with it. What are you scared of? Being the original version of yourself is okay. If you're big, small, if you're fast, short, if you're overweight, no, that's not okay. Obesity is not good. You're probably just being deceived by alchemy. Probably a food addict to high fructose corn syrup. It's like reverse crack. So no, I'm not going to tell you that's okay. You can be a Baptist, but if you're a fat Baptist, you can't be a glutton and claim that gluttony is not sin. It is sin. It is sin. If you're a drug addict, there's this big old fat DHR lawyer lady that steals people's children. And she's unfit to give them an equal hearing because she's such a glutton, she can't see it. She's addicted to high fructose corn syrup. So if a mama uses hemp, it's a good mama, she'd say, oh, you know, you got drug charge, depending on how the fat pattern might have hit. I'm just talking hypothetically. But this big old fat literal DHR lady will take cases. She's a glutton. She's addicted to food, addicted to high fructose corn syrup, and she'll take those people's baby, claiming that they're addicted to something when she's the addict and out of balance. See, natural law works, and so does the Constitution, and so does Catholicism. So what I would encourage you folks to do is to grow up in the state of Alabama. I'm just a trucker, and I'm just telling y'all how I see it, trucking with tradition. Let the people be free. Fact. Let the plants be free. Fact. Day by day, you got to convert. But you're saved through the pardon of Jesus. That's reality. That's how you get safely into the ship. Okay? Pardon and baptism. That's grace. Yet the reality is the Eucharist is the gas and confession is the brake. No Baptist church has the Eucharist, and they avoid confession. They let other people confess, gossip about you, but they'll say, oh, it's a work to go to confession. It's not a work in the sense that you have to maintain the pardon, but it's a work in the sense that you're working to be a better version of yourself every day. So a lot of the Baptist boys cut you off at, about 2nd, 3rd, 5th grade level of Bible, because that's about all they can retain. And they do things like cover up sexual sin. But, I always was an athlete and kept a cheerleader as a girlfriend. If I, could convince one, I was pretty good at it a couple of times. And I did. I mean, I liked every one of those young ladies that was my girlfriend. They were my friends, too. They weren't just somebody that I was sinning with. But I did do some sinning with some girlfriends. And then now, later in life, I look at it like I probably should have just married. I think I could have married each one of them that was my girlfriend and pretty much just been happy with them. So I had a lot of confusion from the secular world that the Baptist did not help. And Catholicism has helped me the most. So that's my testimony. If y'all like it or don't like it, I don't really care. Trucking with Trentino. I got to go finish this load.